Right, go for it, Jay.
Welcome you to the Wi-Fi lunchtime service. Your service for revitalizing fellowships and inner life mastery. Actually, it's morning service now, isn't it? I encourage you to allow yourself to partake fully in every aspect of this service and experience growth with us. Wi-Fi serves to reveal our divine identity, advocates Christ culture, and equip humanity with the relevant engagement in life and ministry in an atmosphere of unconditional love, trust, faith, and spiritual power. Our mission is to influence the mindset change with the revelation of humanity's oneness, the divine, and equip individuals with the truth of who they are to the intent of having us firmly grounded to also empower others to be impactful in every sphere of life. Our core values are unconditional love, uplifting spirit, integrity, selflessness, trustworthiness, and tenacious devotion. We believe that all life begins and ends within the triune Godhead, and all of humanity is spiritually included in the love and life of the divine. We believe this inclusive relationship is delivered timelessly, sustained, and guaranteed by the nature of the Father who fills all things. We equally believe in the urgency to make mankind aware of the good news of their redemption from an inferior expression of life to the most attractive and abundant life possible. Relax and take a few deep breaths and allow gratitude and thankfulness to rise within you. Follow with me as I go through these declarations. I recognize and appreciate the God presence within me and express it freely and fully. My every intention, action, and activity is sourced by divine inspiration. Today, my every thought, word, and action is permeated with divine love. I see with clear seeing and live in the joy of pure being. Abundance is my true nature. Freely I give, and freely I receive. I give myself permission to reveal my divine greatness. Infinite wisdom and unconditional love are now active in all my affairs. Perfect peace fills me with joy and expresses as my life. I live and give from a realm of inexhaustible good. My word is energized and actualized by the power of divine intention. In all things I am grateful. Father, Mother, God, the embodying presence of all life, may the force within me now become adjust and attentive to your divine prompting, that I may be awake, that I may always be awake to the power of your spiritual presence. Father, Mother, God, lift my entire life into conscious union with you, renewing me daily in the spirit of love, forgiveness, and fullness of joy. From this body, temple of me, in which you live, let your goodwill shine forth through my aura, redeeming, consecrating, perfecting all I live, see, touch, and relate with. All the holy thoughts of my Father, Mother, God, take up the wings of the wind, and in the flash of lightning, minister as angels to my soul. God, you are the light, the power, and eternal blessing. In all you I live, always, and make you be the glory, all forever. Amen. I will now pass on to Pastor Hill.
Thank you, Jay. Glorious morning to all of us, wherever you are, tuned in to this service. For those of you connected on various social media platforms, being it on Facebook or YouTube, I want you to understand that you're very much a part of us. I keep saying, you are the reason I live. You are the reason I wake up. You are the reason I open my eyes. The last month, we have been looking at the subject of conscious gratitude, specifically the practice of conscious gratitude. We learned a few things. What I would do at this point, for those of us who connected on Zoom, know it's coming. What has been your takeaway so far? What stuck with you in part 3 of this series? What I'm aiming to do today, I will attempt to wrap up some way, somehow, so we can pick up what we've got for the remainder of the year as we close 2024. So, anyone at all? What did you hear last week? What did you hear last week?
You continue talking about conscious gratitude.
Yeah. What did we say? What do you remember? What do you recall I said? What does gratitude mean to you?
Grateful. What else is there to say about it? Just being thankful and happy for anything that happens to you, no matter what. Knowing that there is something you can still be thankful for.
So, did we learn anything at all about? Are we only? Do we only exhibit gratitude in the midst of circumstances or outcomes we enjoy or we like?
No. As long as something exists, as long as you live, there's something to be grateful for.
Good. I believe that is the sticking point for me. We did say that it is important for us to come to the place of acceptance of the inevitable isness of the moment or the inevitable isness of the now. Where our inner state is not or is no longer dependent on what is happening or what is not happening. See? So we're not looking for external validation. We're not looking for anything external to ourselves to allow us feel grateful or to allow us express gratitude. And this is vital. It's a vital transformation to consciousness, where our external world, our external factors, external influences no longer dictate the state of our consciousness. So when something seemingly bad even happens, whether it's a small thing or a big thing, you're fixed and you remain open. Because that's what the moment is presenting us. And you accept it. That is where the peace that you are arises. That is where the peace that you are emerges. That is where the peace that you are finds expression. It may be subtle. Remember, I quoted when the psalmist says that I will watch for what the Lord will say, for he shall minister peace to his servants. I can guarantee you, in the midst of turmoil, when we are all pushed by circumstances to act out of character with what we are and who we are, if we can hold off just a little bit, you begin to realize that the peaceful you, however subtle, will slowly arise. You may not notice at first, but it is sure to, because that is who you are, and it can't be suppressed for long. So what I did also mention is that it's not like I'm not telling you to be grateful for seemingly bad things, no. But you're grateful for the fact that you're still at peace in the midst of it. And we see that in the life of Yeshua, in the midst of the storm, sleeping, resting, gets woken, no panic. He stands up and says, peace, be still. In the midst of the storm. And when our acceptance, when we embrace acceptance, then and only then does peace arise, even in seemingly bad circumstances. How do you identify this peace? How do you know this peace? The sense of aliveness, the sense of beingness, is this presence. And that is where the true source of gratitude resides. For the fact that even in the face of something seemingly negative, there's peace in your background. That peace will not be recognized, it will not be realized until you first accept what is. So long as you are battling with what is, so long as you have challenges with what is, so long as you are not okay with what is, that peace will never arise. It will be subdued. That is what makes gratitude important. Because the grateful life, or the grateful heart, is a transformed life. Gratitude transforms your entire being. Transforms you. If not for anything at all, remember how important it is to be alive. the immense importance of being appreciative of life itself. And this is something that we all need to verify for ourselves. No one can be grateful on your behalf. You are your own gratitude. You practice your own gratitude just as you practice your own breathing. No one can do that on your behalf. The sense of being that you are. Not just the physical self, but the sense of your own presence that transcends this form that we see. That is a great source of joy to feel your own presence. And that's why we do some of the practices that we do in this house. That for me, I said the last time, is ultimate gratitude. Stories told of 10 lepers who got cleansed. Very popular story that gets recounted when we talk about this subject. One returned to give thanks, the 9 others didn't. And it's presented as if that Jesus was after their gratitude, and when he asked the question, where were the other 9? But that is not the case. The reason is simple. Evil, supposedly, cannot find room in the heart of one who is good. See? Ingratitude opens you up to manipulation. It opens you up to a lot of positive, a lot of negative energy. And it can even open you up to diseases. Look at the story that is told of Cain and Abel. Ingratitude. You see, it opened him up to envy, it opened him up to commitment. The gratitude opens you to the goodness of life. I don't know how many of us will acknowledge this. But when you give something to someone and they show appreciation, how does it make you feel? Do you feel like giving more to someone who doesn't appreciate what you give them? I can't hear you if you're talking.
No.
Why?
Because if you give to someone who isn't appreciative, you don't feel good about it, so you don't want to repeat it. Repeat the act. I think that's the psychological reason behind it. You don't want to repeat the feeling of it. But if you give to someone who is appreciative, you like, oh, they're happy, you want more of it. It feels good, so you want more of it. More of that feeling.
And yeah, and that's great. And that's why I was saying the last time that I think we've talking about giving, we buy a good feeling with our giving, don't we?
Yeah, I think that's more the reason.
Yeah. You buy because you give, you feel good. You have essentially exchanged whatever gift you had for that feeling of goodness. When people don't put themselves in a space to appreciate what is being done for them, it feels like goodwill is taken away from you. And you don't feel positioned to repeat it. And I believe that the universe is positioned to do same for us, or to do same with us. In that it is on standby to give more into the fold, into the laps of the ones to express the appreciation of how kind and how good God and all of this cosmic beauty has been to them. What the wise call it has been to us. So it places us in the place of constant receiving. And our gratitude is an indication that we recognize the good that is happening to us, with us, and for us. It opens us up even to experience greater good. See? And this truth runs through almost every civilization. Runs through. I can bet you can check every tribe, every civilization, and you would find expressions or phrases that points to the benefits of gratitude and the demerits of not allowing gratitude to find expression too. So it's natural. Gratitude is human. See, I'm not sure if any of us is aware of any saying, any teaching, any principle that exalts in gratitude. You can tell me, you can share that with me. I haven't found them. Any culture, any phrase, any idea that celebrates the lack of gratitude. You can tell me.
No, I don't think there's any such.
I haven't come across any. Josh, have you? Because, see, if I'm sure we have learned in this place about the law of mind, in the energy flows where focus is, and the fact that the mind merges or becomes one with what it focuses on. True or true? It's true.
You're not giving an option for not true, are you?
Yeah, I did give an option. I said true or true. You know, and the mind merges with whatever his focus is. See, so if they focused on gratitude and on the good, you will only experience it, because that is what you're becoming. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So I just charge us to consciously look for the good in life, because life is good. Even when it's not presenting in ways or in fashions that we appreciate, life is always good. It can sabotage itself. Are you with me? So, and in line in that, I just chip in that I've said this over and again, that attention is the direction of our energy towards an idea. That's when I said the last time, people who focus on painful experiences in life, you harmonize with it, and then you get more of it. Pain only intensifies because you give it attention. Whatever receives your attention receives you and the energy that is coming out. So if there's a situation that you're desiring for it to experience healing, for instance, you allow or you permit the arising of that virtue in you, and then you focus that on it. That's why it's very dangerous to think of the supposed pain that any human has caused you, sit, brood over it, and think of them in pain. All you're doing is you're projecting more of it to them, and they will give you more of it. They are going to give you more of that. If you think of someone and you think of how they've disappointed you, how they have let you down, how they have treated you badly, and all you're doing is just allowing that to rise, and you are energizing it, they will give you more of that. Lack of gratitude absorbs us from living, takes life, it sucks life away from us. I'm yet to find anyone who is ungrateful who is happy. You cannot be happy if you are not practicing gratitude consciously. You cannot be a happy person. It's impossible. Everything we praise, everything we honor, everything we celebrate, everything we are happy for receives our healing. It receives the empowerment. I learned this truth too late, but better late than never. For you to mumble, for you to grumble, for you to murmur and complain, it's evident that you are not focusing on what is working in your life or what is working for your life. You can only be ungrateful when your focus is on the things that aren't working, the things that aren't the way you want them to be. Change the focus. Focus on what is working. Energize it, and it will only expand and grow to fill your reality. And then what is not working will begin to eavesdrop on what is working, and you experience the expansion. When you see something joyful, feel the joy. When someone is doing well, celebrate it. Be happy for them. It's an evil lie. It's witchcraft too. Like when someone is being celebrated, all you're thinking of is, I wish it was me. Why is it them and not me? Why does this person have that and I don't? You will continue to be like that. It sucks life away from you. Why can't it be me? Seriously. Gratitude heals you. And it stimulates your vision for possibility. Ishmael says this, and I still buy into it, that a life of gratitude is a life of perpetual joy. Because gratitude contains in itself the ability to dissolve past things and presents to you the fullness of the moment. It opens your eyes to see the wonders that is happening in, with, and for you. Takes you from the past in the future, fully embeds you in the present, so that you can enjoy all that the moment. Are you? We give thanks in all things, the scripture says. For this is the will of God concerning you in Christ Jesus. Thank God for your seeming pains. Thank God for your seeming troubles. Thank God for the seeming misfortunes. And the grit and the goodness of life will start unfolding through the pen. There's a story that a gentleman being ill presented to Jesus. I think the same that he was dying. And then the question you guys asked, did the father or the mother who was God sent has brought this upon this? Jesus for no sin of anyone. But the glory of God must be revealed. Why was he saying, what was he saying? Listen, that there is glory in every situation we consider that. The light always shines out of darkness. If the situation had not cast the gloom upon you, you wouldn't have had the opportunity to see the stars. The sun blinds you from the glory of the stars. It's the darkness that forms the background for the glory of stars. Stars are wonderful. There is always a glory in the midst of whatever you consider a temple. Now is to engage and position ourselves to start the glory in that situation to emerge. Then we then ask yourself a very simple question. What good can come out of this for which I need to be grateful for life? What good can come out of this for me to be grateful for life? Ask yourself that. Viewing life or viewing the events of life in this way can only lift you above your pain. It can only lift you above every situation you consider living. And it's true of nature. But even as the light comes out of the darkness, as I said, on the same token, good always emerging out and bringing out anything in pain. When 3MT, one of the sessions, and Brother Ishmael says this that I really stuck with me. He said that you do not overcome disease. Don't overcome diseases. Because you cannot use God to destroy a part of God. You cannot use God to destroy any aspect of God. Lift that disease, supposedly, to his glory in gratitude. That is why Paul says that he said, in my infirmity, my strength is perfect. Your strength is perfected in my weakness. And grace is sufficient. To the glory of God in this pain, show forth your glory now. The glory of God in this sad situation, show forth your glory now. The glory of God in this seemingly stubborn child, show forth your glory now. The glory of God in this depressing situation, show forth your glory now. The glory of God in this depressing marriage or relationship, show forth your glory now. But we do. Often, we need to learn to separate our behaviors from ourselves. And separate the behaviors of people from them as well. Yes, your action, your decision may have been seemingly wrong, but that does not make you a wrong manifestation of the divine. Joseph said that in your mind you thought you were doing me evil, but I was being prepared to save you for a day like this. He says, had the princes of darkness known that the lifting of the Son of God was going to awaken many to righteousness, they wouldn't have killed him. You meant it for evil, but it wasn't for evil. There was glory in it. The glory in it showed. I've come to a place that I've accepted to write any human off, to think evil of any human, is for me to curse the one who created them, and to say that the one who's made them has made a mistake. So I may not be at that point seeing the good in them, but it doesn't make them a flawed product. If you have the perfect gold and a flawed diamond, what will you choose? The question.
You said it's a question.
Yeah.
If we had a perfect gold.
The option of a perfect gold and a flawed diamond, which will you choose?
I think I'll go for the flawed. I think I'll go for the flawed diamond.
He was able to.
Yes, sir.
Anyway.
I agree with Sophomore.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
So, mommy, answer for us.
Why I'll go for it?
Wrong. Yeah, why?
Why I'll go for in the long run, I think a diamond is more expensive. Not more expensive. It's more valuable.
Valuable, exactly. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, more valuable than the gold. I don't think it would lose its quality. So yeah, I'll go for it. It's more expensive. More money.
You remember someone's presentation years ago about the value of a £20 note?
Yeah.
$100 bill is $100 bill, even if you, excuse my French, you wipe your bum with it. It still has the same value. Does it?
Come again?
I said the $100 bill has the same value even if you wipe your bum with it.
Of course.
Exactly.
Same with a diamond.
Same value. For us to be alive today, you see, you need to understand, I've said this a million times, to the point of it becoming boring in the ears of people, presumably. God believes in you as you are. Kansas City, their life today must be filled with gratitude. And the lack of it is to say that life has not been life to you, and that is a negation or an affirmation against the goodness of life towards you. Everything in life is a lesson. And the challenges which get presented us, whether through circumstances or from people, all of them are opportunities for our advancement. They are opportunities for our shining. Vote your life to seeing the beauty in life. Fully committed to that. You've got no reason at all whatsoever to be ungrateful. BIT taught me this as well. Bless him. Said that practice this. And I've been doing it. You're faced with a conflict or a quarrel with anyone, just pause briefly, close your eyes, even if it means closing your eyes on the inside, and declare one, two, or three things about whether you are facing that challenge. If it's possible, declare that good to their hearing before you get caught up in an argument with them. That's what Jesus taught. He says, agree with your adversary quickly. But when you see the good in the other and you declare it, all that you're doing is you are linking with their higher nature and their higher self. By so doing, you only end up awakening more of the good in them, and then you get yourself merged with the good you see in them. It can only be a shining of goodness. This is something that needs to be engaged with. Time for us to drift from our conditions and embrace the truth of our true being, or as I call the essence of our being. Looking for the good in all and of all. Because life is good. For God is good. Too much. As a starting point, I'll say, in doing this, consider these three components. These are foundations of gratitude. I'm saying these are foundations because I've already talked about the fact that gratitude is who you are. The ultimate gratitude is a celebration of the essence of your existence. But as baby steps, look at three components. That is in the introduction, and whilst I'm wrapping up, I'll just say it again. Who are you grateful for? Or who are you grateful to? What are you grateful for? What is the reason for the gratitude or the benefit you have derived from the good that you have been a beneficiary? Who are you grateful to? What are you grateful for? And the reason or the benefit you have derived from that act of goodness or that act of kindness that is causing gratitude to arise. Using this, let's pray to 10 things each day that you do. So for instance, one thing I've been doing for some time now, I consciously think on benefits which have accrued to my life that I never prayed for, that I could not think of praying for, that I could not even think of desiring, but I find them appear or show up in my life. And I celebrate them. Things that I haven't prayed for that I find them provided and upon which I depend. What brought me to this awareness was when I realized that we say it like just like that. Oh, we are grateful for the air we breathe. Yeah, but let's take it a step further. Let's go beyond the air and the vision and all of that. Things show up in our lives all the time as provisions that we never thought of. Relationships show up in our lives that we could have not predicted or even anticipated or prayed for. Connections show up in our lives that we could not have thought of praying for. Little acts of kindness pop up on a daily basis that we could never have anticipated. Celebrate those things. Write them down if need be. If you need to keep a gratitude journal, keep one. So I'm grateful to so and so for doing so and so for me, which has brought me so and so blessing. I'm grateful to so and so for doing that and that for me, which has accrued this blessing to me or to my life. And if you're keeping a journal, you can rehearse that list morning, afternoon, evening, as many times as you want, and see the change that your life begins to yield in a matter of a month. I was telling someone 2 days ago that I am looking forward to my next mistake. Celebrate your failures, celebrate your disappointments, supposedly. It's only a mistake when you don't learn a lesson it brings. The mistake is an error unrealized. When an error is realized, it's no longer a mistake, is it? It's a learning or a discovery. Constantly discovering ways in which things don't work. That's what mistakes are. Celebrate them. I challenge you, do this exercise. Think of all occurrences that you consider to be mistakes in your life, as many as you can remember, and write them down. And for each of them, find the lesson you learned from them or the strength you accrued from them. And then you begin to realize how useful those seeming mistakes have been to you. I've done that exercise. I do that exercise on a yearly basis. Do it. Very simply. List as many as you consider as mistakes or errors in your life. And then force yourself to state the lessons you learned from them, or the strength, the wisdom they gave you. And celebrate them. I believe that over the past 4 weeks, we have learned, at least we've covered good basis. We've learned enough to position us to engage consciously with gratitude. I don't know if anyone has got anything to add or any question at this point whilst we wrap up. Anyone? I want us to understand, summary, lessons that we've learned so far. Gratitude is the highest of all spiritual practices. So much to be grateful for in life and for life. When you give ourselves the benefit of acknowledging the magic in life, we ignite the magic that we are. We give ourselves the benefit of recognizing and celebrating the blessings in life. We ignite the blessings that we are. Gratitude is a key that opens the door to the greater riches of life. It contains healing for every ailing part of our life. It has the power of multiplication. Lifted the bread, lifted up fish, he gave thanks and fed multitudes of them. Gratitude is how we multiply and amplify our good. Gratitude is how we transform and refine our energies. It's how we cleanse our energy. It keeps you poised, it keeps you passionate, it keeps you positive about life. It's how we heal ourselves and immunize ourselves against pain. Gratitude is how we increase our good. It opens our consciousness and our opportunities for growth as well and expansion. Realigns your spirit. And kind of energizes you with possibilities. Gratitude expands your awareness, your potentiality, and your creativity. I can't say any more than this. If there isn't any question, if there isn't any contribution, the poet Rumi said, I love it. He said, if you're looking for a friend who is faultless, you will be friendless. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from the beyond. Friend here, you can substitute for circumstance. You're looking for faultless circumstances, faultless events in your life. Your life is going to be uneventful. Everything that comes our way, all is well, all is good. And he continues to say, persist or continue in gratitude, and you will slowly become one with the sun of love. The love will shine through you. All is healing joy. Remember, the one who has embraced gratitude is my hero, because it's the wine for the soul. So we need to get drunk in it. And as we share these truths, I pray that you come to the place where you are no longer living by the revelation of anyone per se, but you're living on personal experience, personal revelation. Going beyond memorizing other people's experiences, but have experiences of ourselves. When you come to that place where you are fully and thus yielded, that is when you can confidently say that you have become unionized with the one true source that embodies all things. That is the point you become known of and by that which has known you. And it's a place you can never recover. When you come to the realization of the presence of the divine that is becoming conscious of its own self as you, place where you begin to understand that God is knowing itself as you, the place when you come to understand that when every encounter with any other human is an encounter with God, place when you come to understand that when you see me, you have seen the presence of God. I want you to close your eyes wherever you are. If you're seated and you're in a place where your feet can touch the floor, I want you to plant your feet on the floor. And allow your body to relax. Allow your body to fully relax. And I want you to take 3 holy breaths with me. And at the end of each breath, give me a big heart. So you breathe in and you scanning your body from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head. Feeling every muscle of breath of air as it traverses your body. Experiencing the sensations in your glorious body temple, regardless of whatever the sensation is. Whether it's cold, it's heat, it's itchy, it's nervous. Whether it's tingling, whether it's a feeling of joy, of satisfaction, feel it. Feel where it is, even as the air traverses your body. And scan from your head to your toe with the out breath. And at the end of the out breath, I want you to give me a massive sigh and a sign of relief. You do that 3 times. Deep breath in. Understanding this moment that God is knowing it as you. And that every encounter every human is having with you is an encounter contained with God presence. There is a divine idea in infinite mind about your wholeness. And that is giving itself as an expression of health across every domain and every dimension of your life. You are enjoying your eternality, which is fired by your own willingness, which is engendered by the very presence that is doing itself right now as you inhale and release. Feel it. Feel your creation by infinite good and intelligence. You are catered for by infinite supplies. And you are loved by all is well. All your needs are met in this time and space called now. Divine intelligence is with you, and nothing can be against you. Nothing. All is for you. My voice right now, may divine right and compelling action have its fullest expression through every of your life. This day forward, you are a watered garden. The very splendor of God says, the glory that you've given me, I have given them. Know that you are God and you are very good. And so it is. Amen. Hello, my life to us. Here, same time next week for a refreshing and revitalizing service. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir. Everyone have a wonderful, productive week.
You too. All right, bye.
You too.